Three fishermen at a lake. They decide, man, we're not catching anything, getting kind of bored, and somebody comes up with an idea to share their deepest, darkest secrets, right? And so they all agree. And so the person goes, I'll go first. All right. I have been cheating on my wife for a year and a half with her best friend. I know, it's the worst, man. I just can't help it. Like, I've been struggling with this. I've gone to therapists, pastors, all this stuff, but I just can't help it. Another dude's like, man, I've been investing money for about 3.5 years. I know, I can't help it. Like, something about that thrill of the steal, And they look at the third dude, he was like, oh, I can't wait to get to shore. They say, why? Because my biggest struggle is gossip. Let it sink in. Wait a minute. I warned you. Let's start the show. All right. Welcome up there, audience. Back to another week, another episode of Urban Academia Podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Jay Zilla, with my wonderful, fantastic, cool, calm, and collected host, Chulo Rich. And we have someone special in today, Mr. the RawSxx Podcast himself. Dom, go ahead and explain to the people what's up with the name, man.
I mean, everybody always asks that. RawSxx is raw conversation, sex, male and female. RawSxx, not raw. We having sex or OnlyFans going on. Just raw conversation regarding male and female. A lot of the topics it's probably rare that we even go down the sex lane. I might probably have about 2 or 3 episodes where it's strictly about sex, but it's mainly about relationships. RawSxx.
Got it. It's not what I was thinking.
Nobody never thinks that. Knows where your mind is at right off the rip. But hey, when you outside with the shirt on, hey, what that say?
Right. He's talking about where my mind is at. That just shows I can read. That's all.
I was about to say, all we did was ask questions. I'm just asking you to tell me.
You asked a question.
Yeah. How long, man? How long have you been doing this? Matter of fact, I don't even want to know about the pod yet. I want to know who you were before the pod and what got you into this business.
Say it again.
Who you are in the pod. Who you were before the pod and what got you into it.
Oh, well, actually, I'm the same person on the pod and off, but before, what got me into it doing it was just my buddy. He had his own podcast. And I was like, dang, I can do this. He had me guest a couple of times on it. And I was like, I've been a relationship guy since I was about 13. I had older cousins. When I was in the military, everybody came to me with their relationship issues. I was like, oh yeah, let's have a relationship podcast. And I have wild stories. So I've lived a wild life before I got married, so I figured, hey, why not bring them stories to life?
Okay. I mean, the next question is pretty obvious. What do you say, Rich?
It's never obvious here.
What was your wild life, my friend?
Well, in my collegiate years.
wait. Real quick. I want y'all to go back. Hold on. Give me audience, I'm going to talk to them. Matter of fact, get them the frap out of here. You too. Everybody, clear the frap out. Here's what I'm saying to the audience directly. Did you see his face? I want you to rewind the tape. Look at his face when I asked him what was his college life. He literally got into a time machine, went back in time and experienced everything in like 3 to 5 seconds. I'm just saying. We'll try again. Keep your composure. Hey, tell me about your wild times.
See. I tell you, I got to kill you now. But if you want to hear a lot of them stories, hey, come to the pod. But before, I you know, it was a time. It was a time. They say, hey, I was putting up James Harden numbers, 35, 16, and 17. We didn't get no rings, just like James Harden.
We're about to do some auditing here. Try to really do some detective work. What school did you go to?
I only went to high school. I went to the Navy after high school.
Oh, okay, right after high school.
Not right after, about a year after high school, I worked and then I went to the Navy.
Okay. All right. So I'm trying to figure out location-wise, like where were you going to be on the hunt?
I've been on the hunt. And what's Ludacris old song? I got pros. The edited version. I used to go through that phone and I'd be like 301 202 410 703 832.
You know what he didn't say, Rick?
850.
He said 214. People Dallas, like, what is about the Dallas women that kept you away from 214?
Hey, they probably wasn't in my area.
Oh man. So look, we're gonna skip right on ahead to the positive stuff. Tell me about how you met your wife.
I knew her in high school. So she moved up from Atlanta in high school. I used to flirt with her in math class. But then I tried to put her on to a couple of my buddies. She turned them down. And, I probably didn't see her I probably saw her like one more time since high school. And then we reconnected 16, 17 years later. And boop, we married with a newborn. Oh, you saw my baby. Yeah,
you saw babies, man.
Yeah, you saw my baby.
Congratulations. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. And thank you for your service too, boy. Tell me what sort of got you into military.
It was an accident. I was walking to work. Military guy stopped me, told me one day. I kept it pushing. He stopped me again, told to me. I was like, all right. Then the third time he told to me, I was like, are you talking about the military? He was like, yeah. I said, oh, nah, brother, I ain't down for that. I ain't going to serve Uncle Sam. Bow, bow, bow. I gave him the furious conversation. Kept going. It just happened that like the next time he ran into me, me and my grandfather just got into a heated conversation. And I was like, give me some more information. And he was like, he gave me some. I was like, all right, I'll take this little ASVAB test you're talking about and I'll see where it goes from here. And I scored high. My cousin one of my older cousins told me, hey, go ahead and make a run for it. And that's what made me end up going to the military off of that.
Absolutely. I was wondering, now how can this be? What you mean a mistake? But okay, I get it.
It was more of a rebellion because my grandfather, he owned his own auto glass shop. So I used to work there. I started working there. I was like 12 years old. It was good money. It was good. It was good money. So I really didn't want to leave, but when me and him got into it and he was telling me, you're going to be here like your cousins, you're going to be here the rest of your life just like them. I said, oh, I bet. I ran into the recruiter the next day at school and I was like, hey, go ahead. Let's have let me listen to what you're saying because I really haven't been listening to you the last 3 times you spoke to me. Let me listen to you this time because if you think this is where I'm going to be at, let me show you something.
Yeah. A lot of decisions in life for men get made based off of things somebody telling them they can't do. So I totally understand that, man.
Well, this is the time of the show. We sort of shift gears into the 3 topics we sort of talked about beforehand. I will start with my own heartache. Seeing Luka Doncic and Jalen Brunson leave my team, Dallas Mavericks. They were almost, if Luka's healthy, there is an argument that both of my best players from my team would have been in the finals. But I'm not gonna make it about me. Congratulations, Knicks. Who is your team, and tell me what you think about the game?
I don't really have a team no more. My team used to be the Pacers, but after they got the Malice in the Palace, I paid attention till they stopped drafting black players for a long time.
Okay, conspiracy theory.
It would be good black players to draft. They'd draft Tyler Hansborough. I'd be like, we really it'd be good black players to draft. They draft Sam Madsen. I'm like, yo, what are we doing? I said, y'all got one more time to draft somebody that I know should be drafted, and y'all just draft some white boy that play for Utah. Nope. All right, I'm done. So that's the last NBA team I could say that was my team. I would say I root for my home team, which is the Wizards, and I root for the Hawks since I'm in Atlanta. I root for both those teams. That's it. So if it ain't them two, I ain't rooting for nobody else. Now, you know, there's players I like, but I'm not rooting for them to win that.
So I'm with you. I'm just always rooting for a good game. I wanted to go down to the wire, maybe some overtime, still down to the wire, 7 games because I'm greedy. Okay, I like seeing good basketball. Both of us have coached. I coached football, and Chulo Rich coaches basketball. When I'm looking at that, what it looks like to me, who kind of could be, I guess, looked at as the audience member who doesn't really know much about basketball, like the ins and outs, X's and O's, but it really did look like they were outclassed as far as coaching. Some of these moves were a little bit, suspect.
Definitely.
Yeah, no question. Let me out, Coach.
Hey man, no question. But that's the way it goes. I mean, I don't know what you expected. It's his first year. You know what I mean? He's got a lot to learn, man. But he definitely gave it away. There was a chance there, obviously, or they wouldn't have been there. But he didn't know what to do. I feel like a lot of times he was watching the game when he should have been coaching the game. So, hey, man, it is what it is.
He was definitely outcoached. Sometimes, coaches go into favoritism. So I think he did a lot of, instead of trying to win the game, he went into, I don't want to hurt this person's feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at game one, well, matter of fact, when you look at the whole series, Harper was cooking. Darren Fox, somebody need to check his account. He might got that Brendan Sorsby money going on over there. That Terry Rozier checks. He might got them Chauncey Billups checks might be there in that account. Cause that boy, I don't know what he was doing. So them type of times, I look at him like, all right, game one, all right, I give you the pass. You met Darren Fox bounced back game two. But he still wasn't really giving you nothing. That's when you go ahead, you ride with the hot hand. Harper was hot every game.
Yeah,
but
you stopped giving him minutes in the fourth quarter. How you a hot man on the bench?
Okay. Now, having Harper on the bench that long is one thing, but Fox, I just looked it up, like a $229 million maximum contract.
They gave him that last year.
But I'm saying he's due over $50 million next year, almost $60 million the year after that, and then 60 plus million. What kind of bag are these guys getting to potentially throw a game?
I don't know.
That's my question. Like, I'm not here to say whether it's true or not. I'm saying how much money would it take for someone who's due to make $50 to $60 million a year? Like, how much money do you think it is?
I would have said the same thing. Terry Rozier supposed to got $30 million.
From the gambling?
He supposed to got $30 million on his contract.
Oh,
he
he
threw it away. So I don't know.
Oh no. So Rich, if you're making $60 million a year, how much would I have to pay you to risk that $60 million a year? Because you get banned, those contracts, they're gone.
I mean, the amount is impossible. So I don't know how that happened.
If Drake, that's right. I'm still coming for you. If Drake, I should probably tell Mr. The RawSxx Podcast. So, Mr. The RawSxx Podcast, I am calling out Drake to answer some questions on the show. I don't know if he'll ever see this. I don't know if it'll ever happen. But I believe in putting stuff out there in the universe. He needs to have a conversation with Mr. Chulo Rich here. I think we understand kind of his plight and what he's going through. But anyway, So if Drake is talking about B's on the table, what's the number, Rich? If you're making $50 to $60 million a year, how much can I give you, Chulo Rich, to risk that? Like, what's it have to be? Because you're saying it's crazy, but like numbers are, they're real. They're tangible. Give me a number.
They are. If I got 3 to 4 years left, you're gonna have to fulfill that and put some extra money on the table. Otherwise, it's just not gonna be possible. But even then, now you're taking my career away. So now I got to double up on that number. Like,
okay, producer, get him out of here. I'm looking for a number. A number. This is usually your job to tell me that I'm going too far. I'm big-heading it. Bring yourself back on. I'm looking for a number. If you're making $50 to $60 million a year, how much do I have to pay you to risk all that?
You want 400? You want the billion? give me. It's 17 billion. Yeah.
$17 billion.
Yeah.
Frank?
Yeah.
Or sorry, Frank. Lord. This is the RawSxx podcast. What's up? What's your number?
No number.
No number?
No number.
Oh, he loves the game.
I couldn't do it.
He loves the game.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
All right, producer, get him out of here. Like, everyone has a number, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. I love the game.
Someone out there has reset the market as far as what we should be asking for ourselves. Someone just made themselves a trillionaire. I want 2.5 trillion, and I'll build my own NBA. I don't have to play in your little funky league. Get the crap out of here. I am going to pay every single player double. Whatever the crap you come up with collectively, I'm going to pay them double. LeBron James is now going to get $1.6 billion to come play in my league, even at his age, right? Luka Doncic, they're all coming. Get the crap out of here. I'm going to hire all of your executives to take care of the infrastructure. I need $1.7 trillion. No, then get the crap out of my face. Throw a game. Get out of here. Go on out, get is all I'm saying, right? Sorry. So miscommunication seems to be the through line between all of this, right? How much am I worth? Well, I am daggum priceless. You can't afford me as a human being, right? Well, give me a roundabout what you're willing to tolerate. Okay, if you're Drake, he's saying somewhere between $2.5 to $4.5 billion. I am your industry. They're like, you got your daggum mind. Kendrick, get him, Kendrick. Come on, man. I don't know. Mr. The RawSxx podcast, help us out here.
What you need help with? How much money is going to take you to do something? See, you show the money. See, I'm saying I can't be bought. It's not a number. Yeah. It's just about morals and integrity. So it ain't about I can't get a number. Yeah. It ain't that it's going to take me.
So you just Mr. Integrity.
Hey, I'm not.
So how does it feel working for? So answer this question: how does it feel working for a company who just lost a lawsuit claiming that they knew their product was harming children and they did it anyway?
If I knew that and they did it anyway, hey, I'll be trying to look for another job. As long as I can find a job that's going to provide for what I got going on.
Careful. Be careful.
There you go.
It's tricky around here because the company you work for is Instagram and Facebook, YouTube, wherever the platform are. So now you have to answer for this crime. Like literally, you can look at the court case. It's an actual crime they committed and they settled. Okay? But here's what I'm telling you. What is your alternative?
You don't have one. And that's what I've been saying for years is that we as Black creators need to come together and make a platform where it's all us there because they already limited our money. Once everybody started becoming millionaires during COVID, they started messing up with the algorithm to make sure you can't be a millionaire no more off of them. You go from one of your clips to have 500,000 views. Next thing you know, you look back, you got 13 views. Like, hold on, how last week I had 500,000 views on the clip? This week I'm only at 50. I'm at 1 million impressions now. I'm only at 5,000 impressions. What in the world?
Right.
That's because they see you getting hot, and you know how we get you, not make you to be able to become a millionaire. We chop that down.
One of my favorite new projects that I'm working on is trying to understand forensic accounting, not just for that, but also for streams. So the idea that Drake, that's right, I'm gonna keep calling you out, man. The idea that Drake is claiming, hey, 100 million streams disappear overnight and no one's got questioned. No one's got questions? That's the claim he's making, right? But there is a way to sort of calculate whether or not this is bot driven or not. Because if you get a true 100 million streams with no bots, that fingerprint doesn't just disappear overnight. You have the subset of people who are going to be out here yip yapping about it, and the people who are commenting on them, and everybody. And that sort of, it takes a while before that, for that to dissipate. Think about it like a fart, right? Someone farts, oh, that's gross. But technically, those little molecules are bunched up, and then they start to slowly spread out. But it doesn't happen immediately, right? It's not like, oh, that's funky, and then it just disappears. It dissipates. Everything has this rate, even your own lifespan, right? How long you live depends on your body's ability to reproduce cells, okay? So this progression happens in every single thing, including streaming. So if you had 100 million streams and then it drops 50, 70, 80, 90% the next week, those streams were not real.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So it's the same thing with anything. Like things have a way of telling on themselves. So when we come face to face with any sort of miscommunication, Mr. The RawSxx Podcast, what you are then to do is to sit down and hammer it out with all your might. And let's poke holes in it.
You did it again.
What happened?
You just called this man Mr. The RawSxx Podcast, and then went directly into talking about hammering it out, and hitting it hard. Like, you gotta watch.
What are you talking about? What are we talking about?
Oh man,
what's happening? What am I missing? What's my blind spot?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
it. Okay. I'm just making sure. Yeah, but no. So, what are your general thoughts on that? I mean, you look at the NBA, you look at this sort of management, and we ourselves, without even realizing, are looking at patterns, right? We're looking for the patterns of like, man, this doesn't make sense for Harper. Every time he drives, he's getting an and one because he's bigger than their guards. It doesn't seem that difficult. Whenever Karl Anthony Towns and the rest of them are trying to get Wemby in trouble, like very early in the first quarter, boom, he's got a quick foul. What did they do? They started off, everybody attacked this dude. We want him in foul trouble. We want him to get the ref out. Somewhere along the lines that changed, and Karl Anthony Towns is the one who gets his sixth foul. You know what I mean? That's a weird look.
Well, sometimes Karl Anthony Towns be doing dumb fouls. So we can look at it that way, but then you will see him do the most dumb foul. I'm like, why you even give up that foul? It's a dumb foul to give up. He always got one a game. You look and be like, why he foul him? Like, why you do that? That's him.
Yeah. There is look, Mr. The Raw Podcast, I would never reach around and try to pull anything, right? No wool over people's face. No, what I'm trying to say is, like, when you sorry, I'm not supposed to break character. That was a bit much. Okay, now I'm starting to hear it. My bad. You're right.
And that was bit much. It's 1, 2.
Oh man, that was a bit flagrant. You're right. I forgot what I was even saying. What was your last point? Hold on.
Oh, good.
Karl Anthony Towns make dumb fouls. So that's
there's a video.
And then, the reason they probably go away from that because now you're taking yourself out of the rhythm of your game plan. So if you just want to attack him, what was your game plan coming into the game? And you're not drawing no more fouls. So after a couple of minutes go by, like, let's get back to our game plan. Which they was terrible. I knew they was going to lose. That Spurs going to lose that game when you're not up by 30 and they shooting 5 for 30. They got 10 points and you only up by 10. I'm like, oh yeah, they're going to lose this game. I had Knicks in 6 before the series. I had Knicks in 6 if they played the Spurs. I had Thunder in 6 if it was the Thunder.
Ooh, that's interesting. better conditioning, got more of an infrastructure. They've been here before. Yeah, I can kind of see that. And Spurs are so young, it's scary. All them rookie contracts, boy.
Yeah.
Talk about hitting the jackpot. But that does speak sort of to the overall theme of this show, which is miscommunication. And here at Urban Academia, we have a rule that says everyone's a little bit right, everyone's a little bit wrong. Each of us has something of value to share, right? And also, of course, hit me, Rich.
Common sense ain't coming.
Common sense ain't coming. And each week we try to get together and Mr. RawSxx podcast is really we try to bend, you know what I'm saying, with our sheer will, this misconception of common sense being common. But to get into the academia part of it, I looked it up, and it's called apophenia, which is literally our ability to see patterns in things, whether they're there or not. The number 23 is a great example of this. If any of you saw that movie, right? Oh, if you add this with that and subtract this by this, and then you get number 23. Everything's the number 23. Like it's a real thing, right? Carmelo Anthony, we get into this pattern of like, man, he's lazy and don't care. Like, man, you're saying he's lazy, he don't care, he's soft. Like maybe he's just silk, right? That's right. It was another Drake reference. How dare you? What I am saying is a player like Carmelo Anthony had all these misconceptions instead of us just celebrating greatness when we see it. Like he was a great player, right? And it's hard to win an NBA championship, which is why the Michael Jordans are so, inflated as far as where they rank. Because if you're telling me Michael Jordan's your GOAT, which he is for me, and I'm just okay with being right, but it has nothing to do with the statistics. I was there. I felt something. I can't say what it is. He don't have the most championships. He doesn't have the most MVPs. He doesn't have the most points. So like, what makes him the greatest? Like, man, you have to just trust me.
It's the fact that when the Bulls game came on, I knew what was going to happen before I watched it. And the same thing happened every time.
You was going to see something great.
Every time, without fail. So, they can have that statistics conversation and all that, but no, man, every time I watch this dude, he won. That's what I like.
Statistics go with longevity as well. So,
absolutely.
Like
you play for 1,000 years.
What are you trying to say? Huh? Wait, Rich, hold on. Wait, hold on. Wait. What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that LeBron's statistics comes with his longevity as long as he's been in the league. If you take him out to where he's out in year 14, he don't, medicine doesn't change, doctors doesn't change, the way they work out doesn't change, the way they eat has changed. You think about it back from people really didn't start caring about their body to Jordan, for real. Over the Jordan area around 85, 88. But when Jordan got in the lead, them
man, if you watch that, what was that? What was the last thing that came out with Jordan? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, them boys was busy, man. You talking about caring about their bodies. Them boys was partying before, after, and during.
And they said Jordan, after one of his games, like his rookie year, he went in the back. The boys was all off of Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
See, that's a consummate professional right there, Mr. RawSxx podcast. Right? I love how you like Mr. RawSxx podcast being able to just bounce from one thing to another, right, and really bring home the facts of the situation. But I'm not here to apologize for or make excuses or to degrade the greatness of LeBron James just simply because he made better choices. We still see people out here making bad choices, even with all the technology and medication.
He got more information.
And people still making the same stupid mistakes.
And he still don't win every time I see him.
But say again. Yeah.
He still don't win every time I see him. So hyperbaric chamber, all these different things. He put in all these herbs and he still didn't win. Dr. Seeley couldn't do nothing about him winning the game.
He chopped up his teams and still couldn't win.
That's it. When Mike played before the game started, we knew what it was. And that's exactly what happened every time.
But this is the misconceptions I'm talking about. That's not true. That's not true. 7 seasons before the first championship. Like, he came in some place other than first 7 years.
Yeah, he might have done that. But when you ask me about that, all I can tell you about is what I know. I was only watching. I was only watching during this time he was winning. Like, I don't know nothing about.
That's what I'm saying.
Jordan when he wasn't winning and when he wasn't. I don't know nothing about that guy. The guy I knew won every time I watched him. I knew what was going on. My man quit the game, went and hit some home runs, came back and did it again. I said, nah, man, you can't do nothing with this dude.
I love the rose-colored glasses, man. This is what happens with the Carmelo Anthony. If you like Carmelo Anthony, man, he's one of the best ever. If you do not like Carmelo Anthony, man, that dude was trash. He was lazy. You know what I mean? Even with
I don't think they never say he was lazy. They just say he ain't play no defense.
Well, okay, lazy on D, right? Right? He was what do you call him, traffic cones?
Hey, I don't know. I mean, he played a little bit more better D than Luka, but
I don't care. If you're scoring 40 and 50, like, fine. Don't play defense, right? Fine, right? But I don't know, man. But going from the misconceptions of Jordan and the misconceptions of Carmelo Anthony, that does bring in mind something probably a little bit more serious. And I do want to issue a trigger warning for you folks out there. The other Carmelo Anthony, right? This kid out of Texas. Looking at the jury, what did you say before the broadcast here, Mr. The RawSxx podcast?
Like my man just said, I knew what was going to happen before I turned the TV on. I knew, when they showed the jury, hey, ain't no need to be in the uproar. Y'all knew it was going to happen.
Absolutely.
You put just about any black man in front of a jury of 12 white people in Texas, and you tell me what the verdict's going to be.
That's true. And you know what else? Unfortunately, even before they got into picking the jury and all that, I knew it was going to be problematic just because of his name. It was going to bring more attention. That's why we know about it. You know how many situations like that have happened that we don't know about, that they didn't call attention to, that they ain't really speaking on, but because his name is Carmelo Anthony, and I know that when his parents gave him that name, they probably thought, man, it's going to be cool, it's going to be special, it's going to be, and that's the thing that led to the downfall with this case. It's just simply him already having a name that's famous and being able to throw it out there in the headlines and catch attention from it that way. You know what I mean? So that's unfortunate. That's the equivalent of just, you know, there's a case going on and it ain't really going too far. It ain't really too much happening with it. But the second they put it on the news, oh man, we got to get this guy 4 or 5 life sentences now. You know what I mean? Before they put it on the news, they was, you know, we was talking 10 years. We was talking maybe, you know what I mean, maybe 15 and do 8, you know, but as soon as it hit the news, oh, no, you're going down. You're going down. So unfortunately, I think his name didn't help him in this fight. So
one of the things for me is, you know, my government name is Jeremy Sr. Name my son after me, right? It was probably lazy on my part, right? I myself was supposed to be John Arthur Gales III. And I often think, like, how my life would have changed if I was John Arthur Gales III. I mean, from the marketing of JAG, JG3, like, I mean, come on, man. The marketing is right there. My life could have been so different. And then my son would have been the 4th, and he truly would have been the best of us, right? He's already more mature than me right now in many ways at 9 years old. But you do think about, like, anybody who knew me. Some people had good interactions, some people not so good. Like, that's going to affect him in some way. I don't think we oftentimes think about that. We get sort of lost in our own legacies and things of that nature, or, you know, trying to give someone a name that's going to benefit them, right? Especially if you understand, you know, not to get preachy, especially if you understand that what people call you is important. There was a reason why God was around here changing people's names. Because now, instead of being, hey, deceiver, I'm going to say, hey, wrestle with God, right? But the shortened version of that is just Israel. right? This name means a thing. So now, just by the fact of someone saying your name for whatever purpose, they are saying he who wrestles with God, right? The anointed one or whatever, right? But I did not see that angle of naming your son after, because there's some Kobe Bryants around here. There's some Michael Jordans, of course, around here. Naming your son would work to your disadvantage by bringing eyeballs to this that wouldn't have otherwise been there. Now, I don't know. I mean, he got 35 years, I believe. So I don't know how much worse he could have gotten. I mean, could have gone to life. If his name was something different, do you think, Mr. The RawSxx podcast, they would have really pounded him that way?
I don't think the name had nothing to do with the time. I don't. I think all the name did was give them the clout to push it out there to everybody else for us to know that this is going on. Because
wait, no, get him out of here. I am so sorry. You're doing a very succinct, very appropriate.
Yeah, he wants to push it out.
No, I want some separation from the very good point he's making and that awful joke. My man was cooking, and he was so serious. He can't be that serious with us laughing on camera.
He started pounding it out instantly. Just went straight.
Just over and over, flipping the point, prepping, just doing everything he can to give us that good point. I'm sorry. Really sure. Go ahead, sir.
I saw y'all.
Oh man.
What were we?
You were saying about how the name.
Yeah, I think that all the name did was make the case more notable to everybody else because of the name. Like Rich was saying, this happens all over the country, but nobody hears about it because of the name. I don't think the name affected the jury. The 12 white people and him being in Texas affected what the outcome was going to be. And more today in the time that we're in today, probably that plays an effect in that time too. Like I just heard, I just saw something like there's a kid that got killed, black kid that got killed in South Carolina. His name Khalil Simmons, got killed by 2-3 white teenagers. And the parents tried to cover up the murder, blah, blah, blah. We didn't hear nothing about that. You don't see that broadcasted all over social media or whatever. And it's probably because his name not Carmelo Anthony. If his name was Carmelo Anthony, then we probably see it another way where we see Carmelo Anthony got killed by these white people and they trying to cover it up because of the name. Now we're going to see what kind of time that all 5 of these people come up with. Hey, they probably going to get manslaughter, 3 to 5 because he's black.
Absolutely.
And so those sorts of details I want to stay away from for now because I haven't, looked at it myself. I have yet to review the case. There's a great YouTube channel out there. I'm pretty sure it is Nate the Lawyer. He was a lawyer for a long time, and now he just breaks down these sort of celebrity or these big cases like this that are public facing, and he does a brilliant job of it. I mean, I've really enjoyed him, but I haven't looked at it myself, and also I'm waiting for the appeals process. Because I'm hoping, and maybe naively so, and as America turns 250 years, I'm hoping that this was to scare the crap out of this kid and send a message to any other folks. And then the appeals process, what happens is that at least gets some, 2 to 3 year probationary after a certain amount of time served for manslaughter versus, capital murder like this. That's what I'm hoping for, but I won't know until that process finishes, and we'll see. We'll see what this country is made of, and how this holds up, especially when you take it out of Texas's hands and move it to the federal sphere. The people who are fighting the president and keeping him at bay as best they can, right, have been federal judges. Those have been the real heroes in a lot of stuff he's trying to do. Him being blocked from it, so fingers crossed and all that.
I'm hoping on my account of like Darren Fox, but I still got to keep working.
They don't have to be mutually exclusive. You can do both. You can hope and prepare.
So do I believe they're going to change anything? I don't believe in them courts. It's the same courts are taking away voting rights right now. So
it's not about the courts. And people use terms like government and corps and corporations, but essentially what you're saying is group of people, group of people, group of people. And there's always, here's the misconception about people. We are awful. Wherever we can be awful, we will be awful. And the only difference between some of us is sometimes we consider consequences and repercussions. The other ones don't. The only reason why I'm not a trillionaire right now is because I haven't quite figured out how I can rob Elon Musk and still maintain my freedom. But as soon as I do, like, I'm doing it. And Lord forgive me, that's something I'm going to be held accountable for in the end, right? Man, that could have been a good Morgan Freeman moment right there, given our other conversation. But yeah, I'm going to always hope for the best and prepare for the worst. I think that's a good general rule for life for you kids out there. But if we don't have hope, like, what else is there? Like, we just throwing the ball or just only focus on ourselves? And there's things happening way up top and way beneath us and parallel to us that do affect our lives, whether we know it or not.
And that's why we're here today, because Obama gave y'all hope, and you know what they did? We're gonna show y'all the other coin of that. The other side of the coin of that. We let y'all have y'all hope for 8 years, and y'all ain't put nothing together in place. Y'all ain't organized to make sure that hope is a reality. So we're gonna show y'all exactly how we feel about y'all for real. And now here we are, back looking like it was.
But again, people learning how to hack the system.
What I tell you before we started recording, we are 2 steps away from having white-only water fountains, black-only water fountains. We right there. You don't see it. If you make these white-only pies, we right there.
Mark that, producer, just in case. I can tell if he slipped one through. Well, listen, 42-36. We're gonna mark that just in case. one of them ninjas slip through, right? You know how clandestine they could be. But no, this is what I'm saying. Like, here's the misconception. You're saying we're a couple of steps away from whites only pies. But here's what I'm saying. There's enough people out there who are quietly working and figuring out how to hack people's misconceptions of themselves and the people they are, consuming on a day-to-day basis, and figuring out how to turn those whites-only pies to other flavors of pie. You see what I did there? Everybody who knows that movie, they get it.
Chocolate pie.
I don't have to say it. Okay? I'm trying to make money here. It takes money to do great things in the world. Okay? I don't make the rules. I just abide by them. But that's the misconception. Like, think about the misconception of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. There's a lot there, right? He says he's Christian, but these tapes show that he was doing some not so Christian things. And I'm sure you, of all people, Mr. The RawSxx podcast, can understand how slippery it can get when you're trying to do the right thing and things that you were not prepared for are presented to you. Okay? Huh? But we need buttons. I need some sound, help me out, man. Is there anything in this library? Sometimes you got to copy your background. Here's what I'm saying. There's 2 camps of Dr. King. One, he is almost deified, right? And the problem about deifying a human, you can find a lot of flaws in it, okay? Which sort of kills the whole deification thing. If your God says he's going to show up and light this thing on fire and he doesn't, your God ceased to exist because the entity's actions did not meet the entity's words. Okay? I don't fall into that camp that's going to try to seek to deify him. And also, I'm going to look at him like a man and give him grace and keep the mission the mission. The mission was, hey, white folks, tolerate us, please, if you don't mind. Not like us, not invite us over for Sunday dinner. We just want you to tolerate. Well, what do you mean? That's such a low bar. Yeah, we're desperate for this low. Tolerate me. If I whistle at one of your ladies, please, pretty please, don't wrap me up in barbed wire, beat and torture me and toss me in the river. as it happened to a 14-year-old, I believe, Emmett Till?
Wait. I got it, because you're about to get real heavy. I got to lighten the mood just because I just heard this the other day.
No, this really not. Producer, get him out.
Look, I'm really not like a Trevor Noah fan or anything, but I might be turned into one. I don't know. But he was talking about that whole movement with Dr. King and everything. And he said, I wonder how they felt after they got accepted in them white restaurants for the first time, and they all sat down and ate, and then they was walking out. I wonder what their thoughts was. And he was like, man, we did all that for this. Man, they didn't season nothing. They didn't do nothing. Man, we didn't even want to come in. The worst thing I ever had. He said, look, I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna stop by Popeyes on the way home.
This apple pie don't got no cinnamon in it.
It's the American dream, right?
Come on, the dog bit me 7 times for this pie, man. Come on.
That misconception that we talked about, what he was fighting for was to go have whites only pie. He didn't care about that pie. He probably never showed up. Here's the fact and the reality of the situation. We were happy and thriving by ourselves. But every single time we got too big, they flooded our cities, they bombed our cities, they burned our cities. There was torture, there was rape. Got to be careful with that, right? There was all sorts of things. And our kids' textbooks, we were getting less and less funding, and our standards were falling. We couldn't keep heat on. We couldn't pay teachers, because they would not give us our share of the tax revenue. So the only 2 choices that he had left was, hey, let's all pick up a weapon and just have another civil war. Or let's mingle with them, because if we hold their kids up as shields, maybe they will stop firing at us. And what the grave mistake that he talks about before his death is that, man, we got nothing out of this deal. The dream that I talked about quickly became a nightmare, because the higher up, the bigger levels, the more you climb, the more you see that, oh, this was a whole trick. He was very regretful for it, and he was about to actually cost America some money.
Yeah,
he got got.
He said he felt like
he was not going for whites on the
building.
Say again?
Absolutely.
He said he felt like at the end, he felt like he woke his people into a burning building.
Yeah.
But again, the only alternative was what Malcolm X and that group was talking about, right? The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was saying, no, we buy our own, we do our own. Like, bro, we're still having to pay taxes, or they will lock you up. And they still have to decide where the tax revenue goes. Like the misconception of the census itself. They started a rumor that this is how they track you. So Black people were actively avoiding the census. Just like in court duty, we actively avoid jury duty, like the plague. Are we ever going to have that conversation about the misconception of how this system works? That jury looked the way it did because a bunch of us all got stories about how we tried to get out of jury duty.
You ain't lying about that. You ain't lying about that. But that we got to make sure we make a conscious effort on doing jury duty, also showing up to vote, because voting just ain't about the president. You voting for judges, you voting. Some of y'all didn't show up to vote, and that judge won because you ain't show up to vote him out of there. You know what I'm saying? So a lot, vote for your local. I don't care if you don't vote for your president, but vote for what's going on for you locally. They got taxes on there that you not voting about. They could be up in the open. I mean, my wife told me that one of the some years back, they was voting down here on you paying your taxes on your car when you buy it right then and there. She said it used to be where you had a time frame where you could pay your taxes on the car. People didn't go and vote. Then when it was time to go down there and get your stuff for your car, they was like, yeah, you need that $5,000. You got to pay your taxes. What? You haven't been used to that the whole time, but because you ain't vote, that got snuck up in there. So, hey, we got to do better.
That's as he said. That's the misconception, and the misconception in our community is don't none of that have nothing to do with me. Mm-hmm. But it does. You just don't know how and why. And when it all goes down, you're gonna lose, and that's the reason why you're gonna lose. So knowledge is power. They don't say that just to be funny. So
yeah. Yeah, and it breaks my heart when I hear things. Sometimes you gotta go, right? Someone looks at Michael Jordan's, shooting percentage and goes, "Oh man, that dude was trash." Like, bro, you just have to trust that I'm right. He's the greatest player I've ever seen in my life. I felt it. I was there. I've been here for LeBron. I was there doing Kobe, rest his soul. Like, come on, man. I was there. I didn't know much about basketball. Rich was there when I got cut from my sixth grade, our middle school team, right? I came in there from a single parent home, and the only basketball I had was when I was at the playground, and I was throw this round thing towards that hoop thing. But that's it. That was my training. And then I walked. Okay, fine. I'll try out because the coaches thought they had the misconception. I'm black. I'm a big kid. Shoot, hey man, you should come try out. Oh, really? Oh, sure, sir. I would love to try out. They saw me like, what the fuck? Who is this guy?
Like,
get him out of here.
Everybody hates Chris.
I was big and useless. Right? Misconceptions, man. But the census sets the agenda for which neighborhoods get what funding for 10 years, and we actively avoid it. They're handing out mandatory minimums like candy at a dadgum doctor's office at the end of a visit after they have Mr. The RawSxx podcast bent you over and check your prostate, even though there's a pill and a blood test that can do that now. Why are we still doing this? You don't need to, you know what I mean? Yeah. Voting. And if they are trying to stop us from voting so much, that should tell you there's something valuable about voting. Why do they try so hard to keep us from voting and to keep us away from the census and off of jurors? So they can do things like they did to Carmelo Anthony, not the basketball player. Misconceptions. But anywho, we are right up on time. We're actually over time, but that's okay. We like it. We love it. You're just going to have to come back, Mr. The RawSxx podcast, man. Really enjoyed this. Please tell the people where they can find you, what they can expect here in the future, and now what is one of your favorite podcasts in the world, Urban Academia Podcast.
You can check me on YouTube, RawSxx, RawSxx Media. I have RawSxx Podcast under there, and my new podcast, Military Tales, and that one is a one-on-one interview style conversation with people that served in the Navy, Air Force, Army. Sit down, ask them why they joined the military, and their adventures in the military, and life after the military. Because it doesn't stop. You find out a lot of information about people, how they're dealing with their new civilian life after the military. So, hey, check me out on Instagram, Military Tales 06, and then RawSxx Podcast on IG. So, hey, like, share, support is free. That's my slogan. Support is free. So I definitely thank y'all for having me come on here.
And where is here, pray tell, Mr. The RawSxx Podcast?
Urban Academia. And the next time you come to the one of these shows, we definitely have to have you come in studio.
Oh man, listen. I'm always looking for a reason to get away from my family. I can say, baby,
let's get him out of here.
Look, hey, that festival in Charlotte that we met, I met this fella at the Black Effect Podcast Festival. Shout out to Charlamagne the God. He was very nice. I don't know if you noticed, I got to get backstage a little bit. That was cool.
Yeah, I saw you after. I saw you on IG. I said, "Oh, he was backstage."
I'm a mover and a shaker a little bit, but here's what I'll tell you. First of all, that was anyway. If you can get to one of these events, get to it. We want to shout them out. But one of the things we talked about, dang, I lost my train of thought. Talking about being on your show. Oh, I had to explain to my wife that yes, it's an all-day thing, and I need to get there like by Thursday night to make sure that I can. She was like, "Nice try. You try to leave me with these kids and go to Atlanta for 4 days for a one-day event. Nice try. You really tried it." I was like, "Yeah, but my dad's gonna be there too. He's gonna leave." Yeah, okay, yeah. Now you care about seeing that dude who didn't see you for how many years? I said, all right. So I literally got there the morning of, and I left the next day. I still, had a pretty good time. But where are you located at? Are you in
I'm still in Atlanta. Yeah, I'm in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. See, maybe it's a work trip. I gotta go and prep, and we gotta, see the city a little bit. Yeah,
Lincoln Bill. Yeah, man, I got a podcast hosting I got to do.
Man.
They sent me a guest invite. I can't miss this.
Can't miss it. Like he came on our show. What would that look like? Rich, what you say? Boys trip.
If I don't say anything on the live, nobody can convict me of anything. So, y'all just keep right on this. Y'all got it.
The misconception of feeling like you need to be a fool to say everything that you're thinking. Hey, appreciate Dom, man. Go ahead in the back green room, get you some cookies and juice and whatnots, and don't log off or nothing. We're just gonna wrap the show real quick. Man, wonderful guest. So, anywho, Rich, last word. Go ahead, take us home. You know how I get.
All good, man. I just want to thank all y'all for joining us again on another episode of Urban Academia. I want to thank our guest, Mr. RawSxx Podcast. That's not his name, but that is the show. Want to thank him for joining us as well. We had a real interesting conversation. Congratulations to the New York Knicks and all those championship-hungry Knicks fans that finally got fed. Also, as far as Carmelo Anthony is concerned, hope that y'all continue to follow it. This is not done. The appeals process is coming up, so tune into that. Remember that there are things that you can do in your life that will directly affect you and the people around you. There are misconceptions, as we've talked about on this show, things that we in our community, in the Black community, things that we think, things that we feel, some of those things were just put on you. They're not actually in you. So take the time to figure out what was put on you and what's actually in you before you make decisions about how you feel about certain things. Anyway, once again, just thank y'all for showing up. Thank y'all for coming out. We will be back next week with another episode. And always remember that common sense just ain't common. We love you guys. Peace.
For you. For you. For you. For you. I can't wait no more. Man, I finished every rough and limelight to stay in the